Hello everyone, this is Starman, and welcome to the first chapter of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Now, this game I've decided to do because I've heard good things about it. It was on sale on Steam right before the holidays, and I've never had a chance to play the pen and paper Vampire the Masquerade game in person, but I've always loved the idea and the setting and whatnot. And I kind of wanted to take the challenge of this one because this game is one of the most notoriously bug-ridden adventure games ever. In fact, it's so bug-ridden that the version on Steam won't even load the opening screens for the various companies that made it properly unless you patch it. Thankfully, because there is such a huge following for Vampire the Masquerade, this game has built up quite a cult following, and there is a rather devoted modding fandom that they have thrown themselves into patching the game and fixing the bugs and doing new version after new version to fix all the problems, even though Steam keeps trying to stop them from doing it and stop people from modifying the game. But luckily, I got the patch which lets you start up a whole new thing that ignores Steam and lets you run the game independent of it. And I did a quick little load through to make sure everything seems to be working fine. So we're going to go ahead and go through character creation. And I put a poll to all of my followers on Facebook and Twitter as to which of the vampire clans I should play. And I'm still going to select that one, but this game actually does give you the option of doing a little quiz to determine which clan you start out as. And I'm going to go ahead and run through that anyway. Just World of Darkness is a place where immortal monsters pull the strings of humanity, and well, they ran through that very quickly because I think my computer is a little faster than what they designed this for. Well, this was pre-Windows 7, so absolutely it is. I'm running Windows 10 and working quite well, thank you. So, a new game starts with creating a new character. Would you like to answer a series of questions? We will answer the series of questions. But yeah, as the intro blurb was saying, for those of you not familiar with the World of Darkness setting, basically the World of Darkness is our world, only the things that go bump in the night really exist. So vampires, werewolves, mages, fairies, all the various little things that live in our popular urban fantasy series. They are real, they're out there, and they are nightly vying for control of their territory against themselves and the other forces and other things best not thought of. So let's go with the questions. Would you like your character to be male or female? We'll stick with male. While in a club, you spot your ex-roommate who skipped out after taking your stuff, leaving you with a stack of bills. He looks dead drunk. Do you grab him by the head and bash his head into the bar? Call the cops, see you in court. Yeah, I'm going to call the cops because violence is therapeutic, but it won't get me my stuff back. A bouncer at the opening of an exclusive nightclub won't let you inside to party with the beautiful people. Do you A, convince him that you work for the director, you know who, and you'll bring him with you next time? Hide out by the back exit, wait for some lead and sneak in. 3, bribe him, everybody has their price. I'm a fast talker by nature, so 1. You were mugged last night. It wasn't life-threatening, but you want to take some measures to make sure that doesn't happen again. You aren't, that if it happens again, you aren't defenseless. Do you A, sign up for a martial arts class, next time I try it, you'll break their spine. 2, start carrying a knife and conceal on your belt. 3, buy a gun the next mugger's sidewalk meet. Yeah, I'll go with the knife option just because I'm not the most physically capable person, but I'm also gun just makes you a target half the time. You're stuck in traffic after a concert and the guy behind you is laying on the horn. Your friend's in the car urging you to park the car and help them stick the dude's horn someplace uncomfortable. Do you 1, get out, pull the guy out of the car, put him in the hospital, talk your friends down, you don't need a lawsuit or jail time. 2, definitely do not need a lawsuit or jail time. You're outbidding at an auction for a macabre piece of artwork that you just must have. You know the collector who won it. You've even been to his house. Do you 1, get a few drinks in him and persuade him to sell it to you? 2, wait till he leaves, find the spare key, make it look like a robbery? 3, write an unflattering critique on the artist, get it published, and wait for your friend to try and unload it. Well, that'd be unfair to the artist, so 1, get him drunk, and then try and get him to sell it to me. The world is a cruel and unforgiving place, but you've gotten by so far. Why? 1. Stay out of sight and the world won't even know you're there. 2. When you're as talented and attractive as I am, the world is your plaything. Well, let's be honest, I'm talented and attractive. Not really. I'm more the stay out of sight that won't know I'm there. You've been embraced by the Nosferatu clan. The Nosferatu embrace twists and deforms physical appearance, making them abominations in the eyes of men. The Nosferatu are outcasts who have perfected the ability to blend into the shadows and are masters of espionage and information gathering. Okay, yeah, definitely not me. Your vampire's attributes have been determined. Yeah, okay. These are your attributes and abilities and your feats are derived from. Attributes are your inherent character traits and are broken into 3 categories. Physical, social, mental. Abilities are the things you learn and are broken into 3 categories. Talent, skills, and knowledges. Members of the hideous Nosferatu clan are masters in the craft of eavesdropping, and so their strongest attribute is mental, in which you have 2 points you can spend. You have 1 point to spend in physical and no points in social, your weakest attribute. As for abilities, being Nosferatu gives you an advantage in your stealthy skills, and therefore you have 3 points to spend. You only have average abilities and knowledge as 2, and are weak in talents. Feats are the actions you perform in the game. Feats are derived from adding an attribute to an ability. An example would be the feat of lockpicking, which is derived from the attribute dexterity and the ability of security. Hovering your mouse pointer over a feat will highlight the attribute and ability upon which it is dependent. You remember the Nosferatu clan twisted and deformed by the curse of vampirism. Nosferatu are survivors who have mastered the art of sneaking. Few creatures mortal a vampire know of cities, back alleys, and dark corners like the Nosferatu do. Their disciplines are animalism, animal communion, obfuscate, invisibility, and potence, vampiric strength. This is your humanity. 7 is the norm, 10 is saintly, and the lower you go, the closer to the beast you become. Also, the lower your humanity, the greater your chances of frenzying. When a vampire goes into a frenzy, he loses all control and attacks any and all things around him. However, as you gain experience, you can spend experience points to increase your humanity. This is where your masquerade violations are displayed. The masquerade is a code by which vampires unlive. Anytime a vampire is seen doing a supernatural act by a mortal, it is considered a masquerade violation. You have 5 chances, and each strike will have repercussions. If you commit 5 masquerade violations, you will be dealt with harshly, i.e., made dead again. This is where all the information on things you're hovering over is displayed. The auto level on-off button is a toggle that allows you to decide whether you want the computer to allocate the experience points you earn, and yeah, basically level up, so no. Okay, well hey, I got my name on here already. Probably from before when I tried testing this out, but yeah, Nosferatu. Hideous, sulking, and powerful. Even in a world of monsters, the Nosferatu stand out. The embrace twists and deforms their physical features, forcing them to seek sanctuary underground. Nosferatu are masters of shadows. Due to their curse, Nosferatu have a seduction of 0 and can never raise it higher. And they hide their existence from common humans. Having shared the darkness with vermin for so long, vampires of Clan Nosferatu are able to draw extra nourishment from rats. Well, just look at the other options. Bruja. Bruja are passionate idealists and rebels, more likely to fight for their rights than write protest songs. In life, most Bruja sought social change, and in death, most clan members commonly seek the creation of a vampiric utopia. As militant radicals, they are around for their combat skills, but are also more likely to frenzy due to their hot-bloodedness, so to speak. They receive a +1 to their unarmed feat, but are penalized with a -2 to all frenzy checks due to their zealous natures. And we got the Gangrel. Well, actually, I skipped to Malkavian. Malkavians are known as lunatics because of their ability to hear voices of insight, in quote, and subject others to their insanity through their discipline, dementation. The world appears much different to the Malkavian than it does to the sane clans, though the extent of Malkavian's madness depends on the individual. A blessing and a curse, Malkavian's insanity will help or hinder them depending on how much they struggle against their nature. Malkavians start with a +2 bonus to inspection. Gangrel. Boy, he's bent over in Flexi. Gangrel are wild loners that are the most in tune with the beast within, allowing them to shapeshift into more bestial forms. Yeah, the guys who shapeshift into bats and wolves, this is them. Nomadic in nature, Gangrel care little about vampire politics and prefer to dwell and hunt in the outskirts of society. Because of their animalistic nature, they receive a +5 to strength, stamina, and wits during frenzy. However, because of their feral nature, Gangrel receive a -1 on all frenzy checks. And in the original game, every time they frenzy, they grow a animal body part. Like they'll grow a tail, wolf ears, cold nose, etc. Nosferatu we covered already. Toreador. Toreador picture themselves as artistes and visionaries, and they value the high society mentality that the Camarilla, I guess, is actually how you'd say that, reinforce. Of all the clans, the Toreador are the most connected to the mortal world through arts and entertainment. Toreador are beautiful creatures, svelte and seductive, and move almost effortlessly through the society of the living. The Toreador's empathy is both a gift and a burden. All humanity shifts are doubled. Well, that's a much better weakness than the one in the original game, which is they become easily enraptured by beauty. So, they see a beautiful painting, no matter what's going on in the middle of a fight, they go, "My God, your combat style is so beautiful, I must stop and admire it as you kick my ass." So, no, then Tremere. Originally, when I was testing the original version of the game, the Steam one, this is the one I tested as, and it apparently saved my name, even though it didn't do anything to start a new character. Blood sorcerers born from mystic rituals and diablerie, that's devouring the souls of other vampires. The Tremere are the least trusted of the Camarilla clans. The Camarilla being the 7 vampire clans who formed a union to try and keep vampire society such as it is under control. Blend in with the humans, keep them hidden. There's 13 clans in general, and the other 6, 2 of them, the Sabbat, are actively working to undermine the Camarilla. The other 4 don't really care, they just do their own thing for the most part. Apparently there's a patch that adds them into the game as well, but we're going to stick with the core 7 version for this one. Anyway, to compensate, the ritual that the Tremere use to transform themselves from living mages into undying monsters strip them of their magic arts. Yeah, because life is magic. To compensate, the vampires of Clan Tremere developed thaumaturgy, the powerful discipline of blood magic. The clan guards his secret jealously, and they are the only kindred to wield this powerful discipline. The pursuit of arcane knowledge comes before all else, and the reliance upon it has weakened the bloodline. Tremere can raise no physical tribute above 4 points. And finally, the Ventru. Truly the upper echelons of society, the Ventru are seen as the honorable and virtuous leaders of the Camarilla, at least by themselves. And I'm probably saying Camarilla? Yeah, we'll go with that. They wholeheartedly support the Masquerade, influencing the mortal and undead worlds to help them maintain the Masquerade, as well as garner support for themselves. Clan Ventru is an exclusive and powerful gathering of immortals, and even the lowliest clan initiated of Clan Ventru can expect special treatment in kindred society. This regal bloodline, however, gains no nourishment from the low-born and thin-blooded. Ventru gain no blood from feeding on animals, feeding on low-life humans, prostitutes, and the homeless, can cause the Ventru to vomit. So, yeah, that's changed slightly different from the original game, which was that Ventru had to pick one certain type of mortal as the preferred, food. So they could, only eat blonde women, only feast on virgins. All the ones who took that as a weakness have starved to death in modern times. But, like I said, I put it to a vote on my Facebook and Twitter feed, and asked all my followers there which clan I should play as, and it wound up being a tie between Malkavian and Toreador. But since there were a lot of people who suggested 2 or 3 things, or said, you seem like you would be a this, we're going to go ahead and do Toreador, the artsy, tormented, emo kid here. So, yeah, Starman, the Toreador, actually does kind of have my curly hair, but only can get him a beard. But there's no changing your appearance here, so let's see. Now, physical, the Toreador's body is a thing of beauty, not a machine of industry, so I'm kind of a wimp. I got a lot of points in social, because enchanting or beguiling, the Toreador can play the social webs like a divine harpist. Now, my points here are charisma, manipulation, and appearance. Appearance is, of course, the physical attractiveness of your character, useful for seduction. Manipulation is exploiting people. Well, that's definitely something I'm good at. Charisma, your ability to sway people through personality. That one's me as well. And mental, let's see, perception, your awareness of your surroundings, needed for ranged combat and inspection. Intelligence, your ability to think, feel, and remember. Well, that's definitely my forte. Wits, sharpness of your character's mind, used for defense and hacking. I'm comfortable going with intelligence. So we got skills. The Toreador, not so much the artiste as the muse. Your knowledge is an interesting conversationalist, such as the Toreador undoubtedly have a broad range of knowledges to speak of, and talents to turn the many undercurrents of a social situation requires talent and subtlety. And I got 3 points, so I think point in brawl, point in dodge, point in subterfuge. I'm not much for scaring folks. Skills, fire, melee, security, and stealth. I'm definitely the sneaky type, so put that one there. And knowledge, let's see, computers, finance, investigation, and scholarship. Well, let's go 1 in scholarship, 1 in computer, because I am a computer geek. I'm definitely a scholar. And then for disciplines, let's see, we've got Auspex, which is your ability to see the auras of those around you. You can use this without violating the masquerade, could be useful. Let's see, level 1 adds 1 point to your wits, reveals the auras of living and undead in a short distance. Last 20 seconds per activation. Celerity is super speed, vampiric preternatural speed. The world slows while you remain unaffected. All but the first level are considered obvious supernatural acts, and using them in safe areas is considered a violation of the masquerade. And presence. The dread presence of the vampire can strike mortal fear into the hearts of their opponents. Reduces enemies' effectiveness in combat. All levels of presence cost 1 blood point per activation. Carries no risk of violating the masquerade. You know what? Scaring the enemies. Although then, that doesn't seem to work too well with intimidation. Presence, in the original game, gave you the ability to do a fair bit to seduce your enemies as well, but maybe increasing it by 1 will boost it a bit. Okay, level 2, a larger radius. Victims suffer 10% chance to be mesmerized, -2 penalty of strength, wits perception, reduced rate to attack, lasts 16 seconds per activation. Let's see. Adds 1 point to wits, 1 point to perception, reveals the auras of all living and undead in a modest distance. Well, you know, I'm comfortable going with presence, so I think that is pretty good. We got 2 unarmed, 1 melee, 1 range, 2 defense, lockpicking, sneaking, hacking, very good. Research, rather good. Haggling, intimidation, persuasion, very good. Seduction, not bad. Soaking damage, your ability to shrug off blunt and blunt melee bullets. Stamina. Lethal, shrug off mated, aggravated, claws, fangs, fire, electricity. That's looking pretty good. We'll go and accept that. Embrace, the act of transforming a mortal into a vampire. I think that's about what's about to happen to us. Wow. Well, clearly I was having a good night until then. Zaphod clock. Well, that was quick.
Good evening.
Oh.
My fellow kindred. My apologies for disrupting any business or interfering with prior engagements you may have had this evening. It's unfortunate that the affair that gathers us together tonight is a troubling one. We are here because the laws that bind our society, the laws that are the fabric of our existence, have been broken. As Prince, I am within my rights to grant or deny the kindred of this city the privilege of siring. Many of you have come to me seeking permission, and I have endorsed some of these requests. However, the accused that sits before you tonight was not refused permission. Indeed, my permission was never sought at all. They were caught shortly after the embrace of this child.
Hi.
It pains me to announce the sentence, as up to tonight I considered the accused a loyal and upstanding member of our organization. But as some of you may know, the penalty for this transgression is death. Know that I am no more adjudicator than I am a servant to the law that governs us all. Let tonight's proceedings serve as a reminder to our community that we must adhere to the code that binds our society, lest we endanger all of our blood.
Translation, don't cross me.
Forgive me. Let the penalty commence. Which leads to the fate of the ill-begotten progeny. Without a sire, most children are doomed to walk the earth never knowing their place, their responsibility, and most importantly, the laws they must obey. Therefore, I have decided that this is bullshit!
Being found Bruja.
If Mr. Rodriguez would let me finish, I have decided to let this kindred live. They shall be instructed in the ways of our kind and be granted the same rights. Let no one say I am unsympathetic to the plights and causes of this community. I thank you all for attending these proceedings, and I hope their significance is not lost.
Translation, really don't want to cross me.
Your sire, tragic, my apologies. But you see, there is a strict code of conduct that all of us must adhere to if we wish to survive. When anyone breaks these laws, they undermine the well-worn fabric of our centuries-old society. Understand my predicament. Allowing you to live makes me directly responsible for your subsequent behavior. So, what I'm offering is not generosity, but the opportunity to transcend the fate woven by your sire. This is your trial. You will be brought to Santa Monica. There you will meet an agent by the name of Mercurio. He will provide the details of your labor. I've shown you great clemency. Prove it was more than a wasted gesture, fledgling. Don't come back until you do. Good evening.
Now do vampires hide from mortals, they hide from themselves as well, pretending they are not the horrors they have truly become. Okay, use mouse to look around, use WASD to look around, use toggle view Z switching first and third person, item gamed like clothing. Okay, well, game automatically saved. Oh,
What a scene, man. Ooh-wee. They just plop you out here like a naked baby in the woods. How about that? Look, kiddo, it's probably a lot for you to take in, so, why don't you let me show you the ropes? What do you say?
who are you?
I'm Jack. What's important is I'm offering help. You make it back from Santa Monica with your hide and we'll trade life stories, okay? Till then, I got about this much time. You win her out.
Okay, I could use the help. Just give me the basics.
All right. Why don't we, step out back here?
Well, look at where I am. At least I'm at that theater.
Christ, it's stuffy in there, huh? This is much better. Now, we ain't got much time, but I figure somebody should fill you in on the bare bones stuff at least. Could save your hide. You look wobbly. You even had a drink yet?
No.
Oh, man, we're popping a cherry here. Oh, you're gonna love this. All right, check it out. What? It's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, like your new fucking heroin, kid. Get ready, though, because, hey, it's never as sweet as the first time. Well, down around the corner there, I saw this human, or SOB can't find his car.
So, what do I do?
All right. You go down there, casually. You creep up on him. You bare those little fangs and feed. Don't worry if you weren't captain of the wrestling team or something. Because it'll come so naturally you think you've done it 1,000 times already.
won't he become a vampire then?
Forget that comic book crap, kid. It don't work that way. Now go for it. Be sure, though, and this is important, so listen up. Be sure not to drain him dry, okay? He might be hard to resist, but don't kill him.
Okay. This is your blood pool. Blood is the fuel for your vampiric powers or disciplines. When your blood pool is low, you need to refill it. Humans are an abundant source of blood in most areas of the game. One is in the alley around the corner. Now let's go ahead and save here just to be safe. Yeah, let's go 1. Trying to open that, not okay, clearly messed up something on the controls here. And let's see, options. Let's see, move forward, turn left. Let's see, holster weapon, last weapon, drop weapon, swim up, swim down. Quite a lot here. Okay, quest log is space. Good lord. Okay, mouse 1 is attack. Mouse 2, use discipline. How do I select through them? Discipline, previous discipline. Okay, let's try reloading again so I wouldn't Tomes of Knowledge can be found throughout the game. Using these manuals will permanently increase one of your stats. Okay, how do I just manipulate something? Let's see, straight right, straight left. Crouch, swim up, swim down. Uses E, okay. This is your blood pool.
Hold on. I'll be right here.
Okay, feeding on humans fills your blood pool. To feed, approach your default victim and press the feed key, default F, when you are close. It is important that other humans do not see you do this. Once you begin feeding on your victim, you'll see this bar appear. This represents your victim's blood pool. You should stop feeding before emptying his blood pool and killing him. Press F to stop feeding again. Okay, I really need to get behind him and... that did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah, you're feeling it. I can see it in your eyes. You're a born-again predator. Feel that blood bubbling inside you, lifting you up. That's it, kid. That's what it's all about right there.
Great, when do I get my cape? I don't know how I feel about it, but it feels good.
Alright now, you got the blood, you're feeling all kick-ass, feeling better than your best day living, but wait, it gets better. All kindred, and kindred, that's our word for vampire. All kindred have a few things in common. Things that set them right square above humans on the food chain.
Yeah, like what?
Like sharper senses, a body that can take a beating, and if you play your cards right, eternal life. That's no sure bet. Still, a chance at immortality is not a bad deal. And that's just for starters. Fringe benefits for joining the club.
So I'm gonna live forever?
Well, you can still be destroyed, but forget the books and the movies. Garlic? Worthless. A cross? Shove it right up their ass. A stake? Only if it catches you in the heart, and then it just paralyzes you. Running water? That's no problem. I bathe. Occasionally. Now, a shotgun blast to the head. Oh, that's trouble, boy. Fire, that's real trouble. Sunlight, well, you catch the sunrise and it's all over, kiddo. Get it?
Got it.
Okay, now. What the fuck is this? You get inside here and head upstairs. Meet up with me. I'm just gonna go see what the ruckus is.
Okay, well, this strikes me as a good time to save the game and stop for now. But next time we'll go and deal with whatever the heck this is. See you then.